Hey guys, how's it going? It's Jess here to talk to you about Road Warriors programming. It's Thursday, and you may have noticed that we didn't have anything on Tuesday. For one, it was ideally just kind of an extra recovery day for you guys, if you did, for those of you who did do Murph, but also just because we were deciding to reduce some of our Road Warriors programming. I'm only going to be providing 2 days a week of programming. However, I'll talk about what that potential third day might be for you guys starting this week. So today, here in a little bit, I will talk to you about what your workout will be. My goal is to still include videos for these, but I'm also including more links there so that if you guys aren't familiar with the movements, or if I can't get to getting that video done, then you will still at least be able to see what these movements are. If though you're ever confused, or if you feel like you need to tweak anything for you, please reach out to me. You can email me at info@crossfitsouthbrooklyn.com, or email me, Jessica at crossfitsouthbrooklyn.com. Whatever, you guys know how to get in contact with me. You can post on the blog and I will find it and get back to you. So for the Road Warriors programming, we're just going to be seeing 2 days. So on the days that we're not having the programming for our locked and loaded, so that's going to be on Thursdays and on Sundays. And so what I'm looking to do for this programming is Thursdays are still going to be kind of our shorter run days, interval-based work, or maybe some intervals, some shorter-based work with mixed modalities. So kind of a little bit of shorter runs on those days and a little bit of a higher intensity day on Thursdays. On Sundays, we're going to be looking to do our longer runs. So as we've been doing throughout this Road Warriors programming, we're looking for Sundays to be longer runs. Maybe it's just going to be longer, slower distance, anywhere from steady state 20-minute, 30-minute, maybe building some miles on there too. But I might also choose to mix it up a little bit with longer running pieces mixed in with some mixed modality. So meaning maybe just some body weight movements to mix it up a bit. So that's kind of where I'm headed with that. Now, if you want a third day, you can definitely keep your Mondays or Tuesdays for your running days and just take that as an easy run, anywhere from a 2 to maybe upwards of 4 mile run. With all of this work, because of the state of our current world, I definitely encourage you guys to stick to nasal breathing, and please, please, please be safe out there. Wear the protection that you need to stay safe, but also to help keep others safe as well, right? So please be mindful of that. Always try to choose running at off-peak times, at more quiet places. All right, so that's what you got. That's kind of where we're headed here with the Road Warriors programming. And who knows, maybe one of these days we'll actually be able to congregate again in a social distance capacity, and we can actually do some of these workouts together, because that would be amazing. And I would love, love, love to lead you guys through that. So, all right, for Thursday today, this is May the 28th, day 70 something of wherever we're at. And I guess to talk about the formatting, as if you've been following along, you'll see that I've been doing a little bit of kind of joint prep work as the first part. We'll then do, which is just one or two times through. You don't have to do multiple rounds of that. If your joints are feeling loose after one round, then good. Go ahead and move on to the warm up. However, if you're feeling a little bit stiff, a little bit beat up, then maybe take the time and be deliberate about that joint prep work to get through 2 rounds of it, even a third if you've got time and you're feeling crazy, or if you're just trying to get out of the house and need a break from the fam. Not that that's you. Okay, so that's kind of going to be the first bit of the programming. The second bit is going to be the proper warm up, and that's where I'm looking for 2 to 3 rounds, at least 2 rounds of it. I know we can often undervalue the warm up, but especially on these Thursdays where we're going to be doing higher intensity work, I definitely want you guys to get a little bit of sweaty and get a little hot before you get into these intervals and before you increase the intensity. So please don't push the warm up to the side. Make sure you get that done. And then you'll see your running work outlined there. And then there's always a cool down. And if you've been following along, you'll see that the cool down is typically a 3 to 5 mile walk afterwards. Sometimes I like to throw in a little yoga, but a 3 to 5 mile walk, and then just some kind of mobility, some stretching afterwards, often a little bit of dynamic or just even a little bit of static, depending again on what your body needs when you're done with your running work. So for today, your joint prep, we're going through our quadruped hip cars. So you guys should be familiar with these. We are coming from a quadruped position. So hands right underneath the shoulders, knees right underneath the hips. And we're going to bring one leg up, knee up towards the chest, bring it out to the side with control. Again, be deliberate and intentional as you sweep that around, rotating through, and then coming back up to center. You'll do 4 in one direction and then you'll switch. So instead of bringing it up to my chest, I'm going to bring it back, heel up towards the sky. Then I'll rotate out and around. So kind of passing through that fire hydrant position. Those are your quadruped hip cars. From there, we're going into 4 each forearm to instep, bringing one foot up, elbow in towards your instep, and then you will rotate out to the side, right? I strongly encourage you guys to hang out for a count or two at each one. You can even let that back knee drop down here. Kind of feel free to do what you need there. I always try to crack my back here. Oh, in this position. I don't know if you can hear that, but that felt amazing. And then finally, we're going to do 5 each of these toe swipes. So this will get a little hamstring, a little calf involved. You're going to take a step forward, flex that toe up towards you, hinge over. So I'll kind of show you from the side here. Hinge over, sweep up, and then step forward with the other foot. Again, flex that toe, hinge to reach down, and sweep up. So you can take these as walking as you come through here. Or if you don't have a whole lot of space, but ideally you have some space, you'll be able to take those steps. So it'll be 5 steps on one leg, 5 steps on the other, so 10 total steps. Again, that's your joint prep work. So at least one time through that. If you're feeling up for it, then maybe you go 2 times through. When you're done with that, we're going to take it into our running specific warm up. And again, just to get your heart rate up. 2 times through for this warm up, we're going to start with a 200-meter run. So take it nice and easy, especially on that first one, just a jog to start to get everything moving. Then from there, we'll do 10 alternating Spider-Man mountain climbers. If you guys haven't watched the link that's on the blog, watch it. Maybe, especially the 6 a.m. folks, you might recognize special guest there, Eric from the whole Tough Mudder series. But anyway, the Spider-Man lunges. So from that forearm to instep position, that's kind of where we're at. We're just going to look to bring one foot to the outside of the one hand and then switch, right? So these are just kind of slower and controlled. If you're feeling good, you might take these into a dynamic switch, but no need to. Just starting to get your hips a little bit loose and ready for the work and for the sprinting that you have on tap later. When you're done with that, we're on to 5 bottom to bottom squats and then adding 5 squat jumps to that. So bottom to bottom squat just means that your pause is going to be at the bottom. When you come up to the top, you're just immediately switching directions to get back down. So feet in your squat stance, you're going to come down, hold for a count, up, and then right back down, right? So you're going to do 5 of those. When you're done with that, you'll then just take it into 5 squat jumps. So down, hit your squat, land softly, and then once you hit your bottom position, reverse directions, jump and explode up. Again, we're trying to get you guys ready and primed for the sprinting work that you have and your running work today. And then finally, we're going to do 5 each side plank rotations. So if you're outside, just protect yourself find a little piece of grass or something here. We're going to pike up or come up to a good side plank position. Then from here, I'm going to rotate under, thread my hand underneath my armpit, turn a little bit, and then come right back up here. So I want to prioritize hips up nice and high. If I need to, I can come to a, what's this called? A little staggered stance position here, or I can even do these from the knee. That works as well.
So that is your warm up. Again, there are links on the blog, so if you guys already got bored of watching this, totally okay. And then your running work for today, we've got 10 sets of 100-meter sprint work, followed by a 100-meter walk rest to get back to start. So measure out your distance. If you don't quite have 100 meters measured out, then maybe it's anywhere from about 20 to 30 seconds of work. I would encourage you just to stick to 30 seconds, have it be a 30-second sprint, and then maybe you're resting about a minute and a half as you walk back to your start position. Nice and easy walk. So with that rest, the goal is to try to be mostly, recovered so that you can hit each interval with consistency and split time, so that you're trying to finish at the same amount of time if you're doing the 100 meters, or about the same amount of distance if you're just doing the 30-second. Now, with sprints, the first two, I would definitely encourage you guys to take them at an easier pace, kind of like as an extended warm up, so ramping up the intensity, which means that you should have 8 really high effort pieces here, 8 high effort sprints. When you are done with that, take it into a 3 to 5 minute walk afterwards. And then you're going to accumulate 10 minutes of Samson lunge, a kneeling hamstring stretch, and the standing figure 4 and a calf march. There's links to all those on the blog. This video is already long enough, so I hope you have found some value in this. And please, again, reach out to me if you have any questions, if anything's unclear. Sunday, we'll be looking for a longer running piece, and I will see you guys then. Thanks.